Sup, Trojans? I'm pretty tired, but I gotta get this video out quick. Just reacting to the Giants' first round of the 2022 NFL Draft, and overall, pretty good. I'm happy with what the Giants did. You get your star defensive end, you get a solid tackle, but no Ekwonu definitely stings. I mean, the board fell to us perfectly. The Jaguars actually took Trayvon Walker. Like, they actually did that. Detroit gets Aiden Hutchinson, the consensus number one overall pick of, from 5 seconds ago. And, then the Texans, they don't do anything, to take Ekwonu from us. They take Derek Stingley, who they, clearly believe to be the best defensive back. And then the Jets had a great draft too. I like the Jets draft. New York teams looking out for each other. I think both of us had great drafts. Both the Giants and the Jets. Jets go with the sauce. I clearly like him, but I was not hurt by that. And this was a triple-digit IQ play from Joe Schoen. Triple-digit IQ play. You take Kayvon Thibodeaux 5th overall. Now, I assume what happened here is you have Kayvon Thibodeaux, Evan Neal, and Ekwonu all with higher grades. Well, if you take... Let's say the Giants take Ekwonu. Okay, well, then you could miss out on Kayvon Thibodeaux. Carolina might have taken him. So you take Kayvon Thibodeaux 5th overall, and then you're like, oh, I get either of 2 star tackles at 7th. Unfortunately, the Panthers selected Ekwonu out of NC State. So, I mean, congrats to the Panthers. You're able to protect not an elite quarterback. So, way to go there. Not saying Daniel Jones is elite either, but I think he's better than anything in the backfield for Carolina. So, Evan Neal is going to be good. Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to be good. Now, Kayvon Thibodeaux, I'm excited about it. He has really high upside. The Giants grilled him, and it really probed him in those interviews from everything I heard. So, I'm assuming all those claims about his work ethic and stuff got resolved in those interviews, and the Giants were very happy with taking the star defensive end, Kayvon Thibodeaux, 5th overall. I mean, that guy was projected to go 2nd not that long ago. And then one quote comes out about he talked about doing stuff after his NFL career. I mean, a lot of guys want to do stuff after their NFL career. I did not think the Giants were going to take Kayvon Thibodeaux. I mean, it reminded me of the Micah Parsons thing from last year. They avoided Micah Parsons like the plague. But, this year, Giants man up. They take the star defensive player. I think Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to be great. I expect 10 sacks this year. Anything less, and I won't be excited. But, I think Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to be really good. Major red flag from the Thibodeaux camp, though, is his autograph. They put it on screen. That was in print. Whose autograph is in print? You cursive that. I wonder if he'll change it when he starts signing stuff for the Giants market. If he doesn't, might have to pass up on the Thibodeaux autograph. In print? Freaking print? Print. Who does an autograph in print? But yeah, maybe he changes it, just does a little cursive KT. I could see that. You have to compete with Kadarius Toney for the nickname, but I think Kayvon Thibodeaux has that star factor. He's picked a bit higher as of right now. So I think Kayvon Thibodeaux should have no problem stealing that nickname out from under Kadarius Toney. So yeah, Kayvon Thibodeaux, I like the pick. Print as an autograph is a red flag, but I think a real green flag, he has his own cryptocurrency. I hope all of you guys invested in that because I'm sure it shot up the second he got drafted. Might be a rug pull situation. You might want to, think about that. Not financial advice at all. It's just it's just something funny. I like crypto, so. But and then, sure enough, since Joe Schoen left it up to the Carolina Panthers to choose, they pick the legendary tackle out of NC State, Ekwonu. I was very saddened by this. I was yelling at my TV when Carolina did that. I was not happy about it. But I'm happy with the Giants draft. Thibodeau and Neal, I said that in my last video. Those were my second best options. And I was really concerned with Ekwonu. I mean, Sauce or Thibodeau was my defensive guy that I wanted. We got Thibodeau. I like it. It's a shame we couldn't get Ekwonu, but I like Evan Neal. I think Evan Neal will be good. Solid, lock down that right side, because you don't want to mess with Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas, they put him on an island at left tackle last year, so I would say keep doing that. Give him a star edge rusher and let him block that guy, and then have Neal on the other side. And if you have any worries about Neal, well, he should be on that right side. I feel like I accidentally said left side, but yeah, Neal should be on the right side, Andrew Thomas on the left side on an island. If Neal ever starts to have any issues on the right side, he should have Glowinski there to help him out a little bit, more of a veteran guard from the Colts. So, I mean, that should be a solid offensive line. I would have done a reaction right away, but as players started to fall, I thought the Giants might trade up, and you saw a lot of teams trade up in this draft. And, I mean, the other thing I really like about this draft, because the Giants shore up two lines. You help out the offensive line, you help out the defensive line a lot. Both of those needed help. Both of those got help tonight. But the main thing is our rivals, Dallas, Washington, and the Eagles, this is just my opinion, but I don't think they had a good draft. I really don't. Washington scammed themselves out of a couple top receivers. And they took a receiver. So, and they took a guy that was mocked second round. I'm not saying mock drafts are the be-all, end-all, but I mean, I think Washington scammed themselves out of a receiver there by trading back. I think the Saints kind of won that one a bit. And then you had Dallas. I'll start with Dallas here. You had Dallas who just sat there, waited till 24, and instead of picking Tyler Linderbaum, which is a guy I thought the Giants might trade up and get, instead of taking Tyler Linderbaum, Dallas goes with the tackle. I don't know anything about the tackle they drafted. I assume they saw the last name Smith, is CT Smith. They're like, oh, Tyrone Smith, round 2. I mean, we'll see if he's that, but I don't know. I don't think I don't like the draft from Washington or Dallas in this case. Well, as a Giants fan, I like their draft because I don't think it was good. I mean, yeah, keep it up, guys. Keep it up, Washington and Dallas. I mean, great drafts. A Giants fan approved. And then you had the Eagles, who give up a lot. The Eagles traded up all of 2 spots and gave up 3 picks. They were late picks. But you trade up 2 spots, you give up 3 picks just to get Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is solid. He's solid. He's a good player. Everything I've seen about him, Jordan Davis is good. I mean, should be good for the Eagles. I mean, could be Fletcher Cox 2.0. Really could be the star defensive tackle for the Eagles. I mean, you have a good player there. It just feels like you gave up more than you need to get him. And then the Eagles go out and they trade for A.J. Brown and give him all that big wide receiver money. And the whole wide receiver market just feels really inflated right now. It feels like a bubble. It feels like a bubble that's gonna pop. They're like these wide receivers. It feels like it's gonna be like a running back thing. There was a couple of years and the Giants got caught in this too, obviously. But there was those couple of years where a ton of teams were like, oh, yeah, you spend that high pick on a running back and you extend the running back. Oh, running back, running back, running back. And now you see, since every team that's done that has gotten burned one way or the other, it doesn't look like teams are valuing the running back position that highly anymore. And so now you're seeing that people start to avoid the running back. I think that's about to happen with the wide receivers. I think that market is going to pop, which is why I don't think paying a wide receiver over $20 million is a good idea. And the Eagles had to give up a solid first-round spot to do it, and the Titans go out and they select a wide receiver. The Titans, clearly one of the teams that's like, yeah, I'm not paying a wide receiver for $20 million. And the quarterback market, I thought that went up a little quick, but it is the quarterback. So, and then the salary cap goes up, and, you kind of see that start to balance itself out. But the wide receiver market, I think, went up way too quick, way too quick for anyone to catch up with. I think that's got to calm down at some point. And, yeah, Eagles, very interesting draft. It's not bad. I just think the Eagles gave up way too much for what they got. Way too much for what they got. It's like you reached, pretty much. Okay, yeah, you got a good player, but it feels like you could have given up less to get those guys. I don't know. I mean, it's all speculation. Draft's fun, but none of these guys have taken a snap in the NFL. Well, except A.J. Brown, of course. But, that's my thoughts. Loving the Giants draft. You get that high upside edge rusher, Kayvon Thibodeaux. You get a solid right tackle, Evan Neal. Should be good. Giants should be set for in those positions for the next 10 years. You hope, at least. I mean, these guys are getting paid at 5 and 7, so they got to play like it. They got to play like they're getting paid. They got to play really well. I expect good performances from both of them in their rookie years. No excuses. You got to go out there. You got to perform. This is New York market. I'm excited. And also, because I really like the guy, congrats to Ekwonu going 6th overall. I think he'll be solid in Carolina. I just not a fan of Carolina for doing that. But most Giants fans are like, oh, thank you gave us the better tackle. I don't see it that way, but I think Neal and Ekwonu, on the Giants draft board, it's 1A, 1B. I have it as, A+ and like a 97 and a 96. With Ekwonu being the 97. My opinion, could be wrong. That's where I'm at right now. Like the draft. It's one of the scenarios I had, but not my first choice, obviously. But I'm liking the picks, solid picks. Didn't do anything too fancy, but I like the triple-digit IQ move. You lock down the good defender first, and then you let a tackle fall to you. It was definitely the smart play. Still some good guys on the board. Nakobe Dean is on the board. I thought some other guys might be on the board, but they got picked up toward the back end of the first. Malik Willis still out there, quarterback. I thought the Steelers would have taken him, but no, they went with Kenny Pickett. And for all that talk of the Steelers needing to trade up to get their guy, they did not have to do a thing. They just had to sit there at 20. They could have traded back and gotten their guy probably. They just had to sit there at 20 and get Kenny Pickett. That might be the way to do it with these quarterbacks now. You just sit back and see what happens. Clearly, NFL teams are not high on this QB class, but see how everything plays out in the NFL. Let me know what you guys think about the Giants getting a star defensive end in Kayvon Thibodeaux and a star right tackle in Evan Neal. And if you guys were as high on Akeem Ekwonu as me, or if I'm crazy, maybe I'm a little biased just because he goes to NC State. But, there's still some state guys to get. There's Zonovan Knight, could have a backup running back day 3. hit him with like one of those 6th-round picks. Get a nice backup running back, high upside maybe. I don't know. That's just me. I'm an NC State fan, so we'll see what the Giants do. Do all the like, share, comment, subscribe stuff. I just wanted to get this out in somewhat decent time. Rambling a bit, but that's me now, apparently. See you guys in the next one.